All right, everybody. Hey, welcome to another edition of the Anorax Podcast. Hey, so I'm hosting today, not your boy Ricky V, but your boy Sammy Lee, and so with us as usual, we've got
Ricky V.
We got your boy
Jordan Lee.
All right. Hey, so we usually start off with a little quote of the day. Today we got a little something different. And let me just chime in real quick. This podcast is actually a shout out to my dad who just passed away a couple weeks ago. We'll get into some more of that later and why we chose to do what we're doing today with the very Old Barton. But instead of doing a quote, we're going to do an affirmation of the day. So let me just read this to you real quick. Be you, be weird, be silly, be wild, and don't ever care what anyone else thinks. If they have a problem with you, it's their problem, not yours. Hey, what do you think?
Yee. I
Hell
like it.
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
That's how I live.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I saw that when I was doing some research, and I was like, that's totally my dad. He was very silly, wild. He was a wild character, and he really didn't give a care what you thought about him.
Well, obviously, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree because I remember this day that I arrived at the Blue Coast Hotel, whatever the place you hang out and do your karaoke. Shammy.
Seabreeze.
And the first thing you told me with a gin and tonic in hand was, "I will not live my life in fear." This was like the spike, like when we were at the
height
of COVID.
yeah.
Like, I will not live my life in fear, son. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of the rebel. So yeah, definitely
Inherited some of that rebel spirit from your old man.
Some of the old man's traits. Yeah. So hey, we're gonna get into this. I got a question for you guys. More of a request question. So just hit me with your best or maybe your favorite dad joke.
I'll take this one.
Yeah.
So
Send it.
one of my favorite dad jokes. Why do the Norwegians put barcodes on the side of their boats for their navy?
You know what? I think I've seen this one before, but
Luis?
I never heard it.
Ricky?
yeah, I don't want to. I think I know the answer, but I'm not going to steal your thunder.
It's so they can Scandinavian. So bad.
Okay.
Borkin. Love them meatballs.
Ricky, what's your joke?
What's your
I got
dad
it.
joke?
I got it.
Yeah.
This guy goes to a library and he's like, "Ma'am, can I get a cheeseburger and a beer?" And the woman says, "Sir, this is a library." And he says, "Oh, right. Can I get a cheeseburger and a beer, please?"
You get it. He's in a library. Shh, a little bit. Whisper.
Definitely.
All right, I guess that leaves me. So my favorite dad joke. When does a joke become a dad joke?
I don't know. When is it?
Yeah, when it's become apparent.
Wow.
Damn. All right, I got one more.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
So,
All right. I mean, hey, if you're not an overachiever, then,
Exactly.
now you're showing up to the party.
So, I know I've told this one to Shammy before, but Luis, what is brown and sticky?
A stick.
Ah, you got it.
I've heard him for multiple people. I heard it.
I would have went with turd, but all right. So, Jordan, what do we talk to us about what we're drinking here?
All right. So today we got a little bit of very Old Barton. It is distilled by Barton 1792, the producer of 1792 bourbon.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah, well, surprise. It was founded in 1889 by Tom Moore under the name and eventually named in honor of the year Kentucky joined the United States.
Anybody want to guess what year that was? 1792.
Yeah. Right on the head. So it is the oldest fully operating distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky. Owned by the Sazerac Company now. Not a lot of information about very Old Barton. Nothing on Barton on the 1792 distillery websites, but we got a couple of interesting facts here that we did some digging on. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon from the heart of bourbon country in Bardstown, Kentucky.
Hooah, Bourbon Country.
Shout out Bardstown.
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 So it is aged roughly 4 to 6 years. It is a sour mash of corn, rye, and malted barley. The water is a low iron limestone from the Tom Moore Spring, which is on site of the distillery. Its traditional production method, which is different from most people, is a coal-fired boiler.
Yeah, I understand.
So-
So a lot of folks aren't doing coal-fired boils anymore to heat up their stills and whatnot.
Yeah, that's definitely different from most people. I mean, I don't know what they're using, probably natural gas now, but
One can only assume.
it's definitely different. And I think we'll save that last little fact of the MSRP till after we taste it.
Nah, why? Let's give it up front.
Okay, well, yeah.
I mean, I think it
MSRP
adds-
right up front. As we're at a whole whopping $15, $15. Is it a hidden gem? I guess we'll find out.
We are about to find out. Yeah, it's approximately about $15, depending on where you go, I suppose.
And price is not always an indication of is it good or not. Like
Never.
we've found a lot of bottles
Never.
that are, that are really expensive that are just okay, and then we found a lot of bottles that are cheap that are like, wow, this is surprisingly good.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting that basically you go to the very Old Barton website, or actually the 1792 distillery website, and there's absolutely no mention of Barton.
That's
None
crazy.
whatsoever of very Old Barton.
And that's their original.
Right.
That's the OG.
And
They
they're,
let somebody take over.
they're owned by the Sazerac company
Sazzy now, yeah.
Which Sazerac,
Surprise owns everything.
Sazerac doesn't even have any
Monopoly.
mention of very Old Barton, but this is a whiskey that's been around for quite a while.
I'm interested to try it.
Yeah, as am I. So,
On it.
we're going to keep things rolling just a little bit. Yeah, I'm on it too.
I think Siri's dropping in on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe mine, maybe
Don't
yours.
know.
Who knows? She's a creeper.
So, I say it's time to imbibe, boys.
Yeah, let's give it a pour.
So let's go ahead and do the pour. Jordan, would you like to do the honors today?
I actually would love to do this. Let me
Talk
get
to
up
me.
from my chair.
What about this cork pop?
Yeah, no.
No cork pop today, boys.
We're gonna.
Are we in the Jesse James Rome screw top?
I don't think so. I mean, look at the.
Don't already throw those bad vibes out there.
Yeah, color in the bottle is already.
Color is
It's a good indicator.
better.
Watch this. So this is what I like about, so it doesn't have a cork to pop, but it's got the screw top.
Ooh, you got tricks.
Here we go.
You silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
Tricks are for kids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can hear that. That's a good pour.
It's a good glug.
Need like a directional mic. That's a hefty.
Pour there. I'm
That's a.
Oh, we go past Sully pours
That's-
now. We just go straight to
That's a.
pour the whole bottle in your.
Well, I must have been reading my mind because I am a little thirsty.
Next thing you know, folks, we're gonna be doing like personal bottles in the podcast. Just
Everybody gets their
one
own
bottle per
bottle.
person.
All right, so you know how we do. Every time we're going to look at the appearance, we're going to check out the aroma, and then we're going to do the taste and talk about the finish here. So we'll give it a little swirl. What are you pulling off that color there, Louis? Ricky V.
It's got a really nice
It is a really nice.
color to it. What are you calling it?
It's a kind of a dark straw.
Yeah, I would
Light
say dark
am-
straw,
light amber.
golden
light amber.
color.
Yeah.
Light amber. I would agree with light amber.
It's definitely. I know you were throwing out those Jesse James vibes. Jesse
Oh,
James
God.
was
very light.
blonde, like non-existent, aged in a barrel for 15 seconds.
What about
But this one's got some good legs. It's
Yeah,
got some
oh, yeah.
good color.
Talk to me about
It's
those legs.
I really like the legs.
long and lean.
There they are. They're long
They
and
are
lean.
thick. Look at this. Look at all this I have up here.
Yeah.
Good.
It's like barely going down. It's like
Yeah.
wax.
So something, we've been talking about legs, and we all can identify it looking at the glass. But I was like trying to get a little more insightful on what actually the legs are, right? And some people refer to it as tears, refer to it as legs. So legs, right? It's It's actually there's a name for it. It's called the Maragoni effect, right? So he's some Italian dude, probably had something to do with wine. Pretty much it records the flow of liquid caused by surface tension gradients. All right, so what does that mean?
All due to the oils, right, that are in the...
Well, not exactly. It doesn't. It's more about surface tension with the water and how the alcohol reacts to the water. So
I was gonna say maybe I'm tripping.
Oh.
Maybe it is a heavy pour, but I feel like it's heavier.
It might be that limestone water.
It's actually lead water.
Yeah. Oh, guess I'm not going to work for a while.
So more simply put, the Maragoni effect, right? The more rapidly the legs move, the lighter the whiskey will be in your mouth, right? And conversely, the thicker and slower they are, the heavier it should be in your mouth.
Got it.
She's good and heavy.
Thanks, Mr. Marangoni.
Marangoni.
For dedicating your research to.
So let's
if she ain't 280, she ain't a lady, right? So
let's say we move on to the aroma.
Right off the bat, strong. I would say.
What does it tell us the proof on this bottle?
Yes.
It's 90 proof. Yeah.
90 proof?
It's at the top
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
right there,
So
90 proof, yeah.
I believe they make an 80, an 86, a 90, and a 100 proof in this very Old Barton. Now, right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you the aroma is not strong, but I'm getting a little bit of sweet.
strong to me, I guess.
Well, I think what he means by that is you're not getting a lot of strong other thing. Like you get a good alcohol on it.
Yeah, there's a good alcohol
but it's
burn.
not like not a hit you in the face with like a caramel or like a vanilla.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm picking up some of those, but it's just they're a little bit harder to detect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a $15 bottle.
It's
of
a more raw bourbon. Yeah.
Yeah.
More less refined. Let's say it. Let's put it that
yeah.
way.
I mean, overall though,
Smells good.
as it sits a while, it's got a good smell.
I rather
think
have this than something that I smell and I don't smell anything.
And yes, exactly.
I'd rather have this.
Right.
Please, we gotta stop with the bullying.
Dead guy ale.
Definitely piling on old Jesse James.
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll switch over and start comparing it to Dead Guy.
Dead man.
So-
Man. That thing.
So next up, we have the taste. But before we do, I think it's appropriate on this day, since this is in particular, this is a tribute, to my father, who is actually the one that actually told me about very Old Barton back in December. And I'd been looking for this bottle for quite some time and around the local area, and was unable to find it. And it wasn't until I was driving back home from Indiana, where he lived, that I got just north of Knoxville and kept seeing these signs on the interstate for this liquor store. And I thought, well, this liquor store must have some great finds and some great deals. Well, I will tell you that the liquor was above average priced. You're talking, they had a bottle of confiscated
Most are
Kentucky Owl.
these days.
167.
Oof.
Yeah.
That is high.
Confiscated?
That's very high.
The lowest I've
That's
seen
real
it is
high.
99.
Right. So I thought,
165 though?
yeah, that's super
That's
high.
steep.
I've seen the St. Patty's one for close to 165, like 150 something.
That's,
And
But the St.
Jack's.
Patty's Day is like a tier up ish.
I never had confiscated, so
confiscated is good. It's good stuff, but I don't know if it's worth the 100, 120.
yeah.
So
Steep.
as I got a little dejected from the prices that I was seeing, I thought to myself, hey, maybe I look for that bottle that Dad was telling me about, the very Old Barton. And sure enough, I believe they had 3 different versions. I think it was the 86 or the 80. They had the 90, which is what I picked up, and I think they had the 100 proof. I probably should have went with the 100 proof because I believe it's a bottled and bond. But I just
Yeah,
thought,
but I mean, middle of the road safe bet. 90's not a bad proof.
yeah,
Nope.
no,
I mean,
not at all.
We've yet to taste it, but
But I just saw how
I mean-
appropriate, it was to find this bottle, essentially just a day after, I buried my father. So that's how we came to do this particular bottle, and as a tribute, to my dad and to dads in general. So I don't know. Anybody have a toast they want to toast to fathers, possibly, or you just gonna leave it on me to wing it?
I think we're just gonna Toast it to dads, man.
To him. What was his name?
So he was a second or a junior, so he went by junior. But Dad's name was he had an unusual name, Rual Clifton.
Rual Clifton.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
So yeah, it's sounds like we came from money, but we did the best we could. So I don't know. Hey, let's raise our glasses and toast the fathers, right? The ones that are still with us, the ones that aren't. Dads have a special place in, I think, all of our hearts. They love to play. They love to fight. At least mine did. And, when they're gone, you realize that you really do have, just a little piece of your heart that's taken away. But you'll always have their memory. And I don't know. I'm not real good on toast, but hey, to fathers everywhere, you are appreciated.
Dads. There we go. Let's give it a taste.
Oh, I like that.
Oh.
Well, that is good. I like
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
That's
That ain't bad.
Especially when
If you were to put that in a glass blind, you'd never guess that the cost of that was $15.
No, I mean,
Not at all.
and now that I think about it, like I went back in for the smell before the taste. The smell is improving with the aeration, or with it being exposed to the air. So some of that alcohol content, I guess, is kind of
Breathed out a little bit.
yeah, really good stuff.
It's got a pretty solid flavor.
That's not bad for $15.
Yeah, it's got a real. I don't know if is it weeded,
I don't.
because it's got a
No,
nice sweetness to it. It's like a real caramel flavor.
No, it's all corn, rye and barley.
It's got a nice
And
caramely
it's a
flavor to it.
and it's
though.
Well, remember when you mix grains, you
Sour
always
mash.
get different stuff.
Yeah, and it's a sour mash, so that
And that helps too.
definitely
to
makes a
bring out
difference,
some
but-
flavors.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
that's pretty solid.
just off the cuff, it reminds me of some Old Forester that I've had.
I cannot say that.
Because you haven't had, or because you
I've
don't
had
agree?
Old Forester.
Okay.
I've had 1897, 1910, and 1920.
Yeah.
That's all I've had.
Okay.
I did the little whatever
The
they
little
have
sampler pack?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it tastes, exactly like an Old Forester, but it's got some of
feel
the
like it's
same
lighter.
qualities.
I feel like it's lighter.
But it is nice and light. It's not
Yeah.
too
It is
heavy
nice
on
and
the
light.
palate, but it's flavorful.
It's got a subtle burn. It's not
a
overwhelming.
Nice,
It's not
90
crazy.
proof, 45%. It's
Yeah.
a good 90 proof. Is a good middle of the road. You're not too strong, not too weak, but it's
What
got
about the
some
finish?
solid flavor on it. Yeah.
What about the finish? I mean, do the flavors linger or do they
finish
fade
it.
fast?
I'm
feeling like I feel like it's kind of a medium to long finish.
yeah.
I think the flavors kind of stick around.
It's. I tell you what, for
it doesn't
I'm
linger
very,
much.
Very surprised.
It doesn't linger much.
No, not for you.
Hit you? No. For the finish?
Yeah.
Not a long finish.
I mean, I'm still picking up flavors on my tongue. But
You gotta you train that tongue well.
it's well. I'm not. I mean, I could follow up on that. Like, and you ladies know what I'm talking about. I could follow up, but I'm not going to. We're gonna rate this one PG.
PG episode.
All right, maybe not. Maybe not PG.
PG-13.
All right, so I don't know. I think, yeah. I mean, I think it's got a. What do you think on the finish?
It is a lighter finish. It's not too light though. Like it is. It's got a nice caramely, woody flavor to it.
Yeah.
It kind of lingers for a little bit. I still kind of picking up a little.
Well, that's what I'm.
sweetness.
Yeah, that's what
I get a little sweetness still on my tongue.
Yeah. So it's that's what I would call a medium to long finish,
Yeah,
right? How long the flavors actually stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a more oaty, cereally
Yeah,
taste.
I can pick that up.
That's why you said
Yeah.
wheat. Does it have wheat? And then I was like, I see where he's going.
I think that wheat flavor is coming from the fact that maybe it's a sour mash. I mean,
Yeah,
just guessing.
I could see
There's
that
a lot
being
of
sour
factors in
mash.
here. The limestone, the process, the coal.
Yeah.
Coal could have an impact on it too. I mean,
It's true. I mean,
there's a bunch of factors we'll never know.
Yeah,
It's
but
just what every person tastes.
Yeah, and it doesn't really.
if as a hidden gem, I would say absolutely.
Yes.
for $15 all day long.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
buy that bottle.
Yeah, that's a.
I wouldn't even think twice about it. for
Why would you
15
not?
bucks. Yeah.
$15. You know,
That's-
and even if you don't like it, straight up, I have a feeling that this has the potential to make an excellent cocktail.
We'll have to experiment with that off camera.
Ew.
And twist my arm.
Yeah, twist my arm. We'll find out.
You want an Indian burn? I'm sorry, a native people's burn?
How dare you, you insensitive piece of shit.
Native people's burn.
A native people's burn. You know what? Who cares? We're all like
Indigenous American?
We're all mixed at this point, are we not? We're
That's
all
right. America's a great melting pot. Everybody's
all
a little bit everything nowadays.
Just a bunch of mutts. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the rated. Let's get your overall impressions of today's tasting.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and start off with Jordan Lee.
First question.
Yeah.
What kind of scale are we going? Are we sticking to the 5-0 scale?
I
Are we
like
doing
the
a
5
10-0
barrels.
scale?
Yeah, I like the
We
5
can do the
barrels.
5. It's fine.
I like the 5 barrels. I mean, if we want to talk about it, we can talk about it. But here's my. I like the 5 barrels because it doesn't. It's still a 10-point scale, but
Fold it in half.
you know, a 2.5 is average. So what's an average? You know, what's an average drink?
I'm going to pull a Sammy Lee and go 275.
275. Okay.
You
So
fence riding son of a bitch.
we don't.
At least it's not a Segway. We don't ride those anymore.
We don't ride them shits. So since it's a special episode, I will allow.
Oh, wow.
It's allowed.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
allowed.
Yeah.
Because
2 3/4 barrels,
I would say it is average, but it just
slightly
for
above.
slightly above.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, not quite a 3 because it's not that far, but it is better than average. I would say that it's got some pretty solid flavor behind it. It's a sleeper.
Mad respect, homie. I don't know. Whatever. I just say shit. All right, what do you got,
I'd give it a 3.
Rick? You'd give it a 3?
I'd give it a 3.
You know what that sounded like? I'd be a dragon.
Oh,
I'd be a 3.
I'm aspiring to be like you.
I'd be a
or
3.
like the dragon. I give it a 3
Why?
for the price.
Price
So
point?
I'm comparing
That-
it to.
So
Yeah.
this is the other thing,
That's
right? Let's take price out of the price component out of it.
So we do that a lot.
We do that.
We
We
add a
shouldn't.
lot.
It does impact. It does.
but
can
it does
elaborate
impact your choice.
socially.
right?
I agree. I
So
would love to elaborate on it like
Kind of
later.
goes back to the Willet, right?
If this were a
upped it.
blind test, right, taste test,
See,
and you
yeah.
didn't know the price.
You didn't know the price, you didn't know the bottle, sure.
I mean, what's an average whiskey?
I'd stink. What do you mean? Average?
Yeah, to you, what's average? Like, just name a bottle. Who cares? We'll name drop.
Bullet.
Yeah, Bullet,
Okay.
Buffalo Trace.
So is this better than either of those?
Buffalo Trace is average.
Buffalo
it's just
Trace is-
a little bit.
Yeah, I
Buffalo
would
Trace
agree.
is an everydayer.
I would
You
agree.
could drink that all day.
I would agree with that. Buffalo Trace is, to me,
I just like that this is light yet powerful enough to get me through the day. Like
Yeah.
if I'm gonna pound
I'm sure
it,
there's an 800 number you can call because what you just said is a little alarming.
It sounds like
I'm saying-
there's this group of people who don't tell about it outside. I think they're called anonymous.
So what's your rating?
3.
Okay, 3.
Okay.
He's sticking with 3. Okay, I'm going to go with 3 as well. 275. I think that's right. To me, this is slightly above average, and you know, I don't know. As if I drink it tomorrow or the next day or next week, it might grow on me, and I might even rate it higher. But to me, this is definitely above the average whiskey.
So
or bourbon.
I'd be intrigued to try the 100 proof.
Oh, I would too.
I think that would solidify that 100% at the 3.
It's weird because I saw some reviews that said 90 proof was
Was the better
worst.
one? Was the worst?
Yeah, I was reading some
Really?
reviews. Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, to me, an average whiskey, you know, your standard Jack, your standard Jim Beam, you know, those run of the mills to me are just kind of average.
That is better than Jack Daniels.
That is better than, which
Hand-
to me is average. So
hands
I'm
down.
saying,
Yeah, hands down better
despite
than
the
Jack
price, above average. Now, if I'm going to take price into consideration, right, and I rated that above average, slightly above average at a 3, I mean, at this point in time right now, I would say it's a 3.5. You know, just based on the price. But I don't want to include the price. I just want to sample the whiskey as is, right, without factoring in the price.
I'm still shocked that you said that 90 is the
I
worst
understand we're
rated one.
trying.
That's just one review. That
I understand
read.
we're
Yeah.
trying to take price out of the you know the topic or question, but it's just hard to do because
yeah.
you give it blind to everybody, and everybody's like, it's good. But then you say it's $15. Like, well, now that you mention it,
Yeah. Well, that's where you got to be true to yourself.
So,
You got to be true to yourself,
yeah, I like it.
I mean,
It's good.
like it.
Yeah.
$120 bottle.
I definitely think
It's
we
right
need
up
to,
my alley. It's
Yeah.
not sweet. It's just
I think we need to
raw.
investigate further.
It's just
into,
raw.
into some other.
It's my kind of
versions.
whiskey.
Yeah,
It's good. The more I take another sip, like that sip, I just got some of that dark brown sugar
Yeah.
notes from it.
And then maybe
I'm
that's
getting
where I was
oaty,
getting the sweet,
nutty.
sweetness
I'm
from,
just
yeah.
getting
I
oaty,
definitely
nutty,
get the-
cereally. I'm not getting any
Yeah.
vanilla caramel. I'm just going straight more grainy, more.
Yeah.
It's good.
No, I get
like
that.
it.
I get the oat. I definitely am picking
Yeah.
it up. I'm picking up like some brown sugar oats. What up, girl?
Yeah, and I think that's
Hey,
what.
sugar. Girl, come on. Don't say when you can say Okay. I don't know about that one.
All right, so
Had a little more bass in that one.
we're gonna keep this thing moving because we're trying to keep this condensed for y'all, and maybe some of you. You don't want to watch us ramble on for 45
Yeah.
minutes. I mean, we love to hear ourselves talk. I don't know. I mean, I like to hear.
Well, that's
Y'all still
that's
not
why we do
commenting on the videos, fam. Come on, Anorex family.
Give us some feedback.
Give-
we need something.
I need you to write. I need you to talk shit on the comments, please. That's what I like. I got them thick skin. Bring it.
You got the
Bring it.
alligator test.
I got the alligator char.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Hey, I'm gonna talk all day long because I love me some me. No, just kidding. All right, so let's move on. Hey, I got another question for you guys.
Haha.
All right. Hey, have you ever gone a day without wearing underwear? Louis.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna throw this story out there.
Okay.
And it's crazy. And it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm gonna throw it out there because I don't give a shit. I was at work. I was I went to the urinal. I pushed too hard, and stuff came out back, and it wasn't no fun.
It's a little bit of a shark.
So yep,
Shark.
it felt like I had a
Wet.
Oh yeah. So I was like, fuck. If it got to the pants, I'm fucked.
Yes.
So and I had to stay at work. I couldn't leave because I was in a trainer. So I go in the stall. I take my pants off. I take everything off, and it didn't make it to the pants. So I was good. It stayed in the undies. So I Kobe'd the underwear to the trash can and left it there. When I was coming out, the cleaning lady was coming in. So I was like, good luck with that. And I left the scene fast. And
Look,
this was at work. It's the worst. Don't push at work, fam.
Hey, come on now. There's a good majority of us out there that have had to cut a pair of undies off.
It's
because of
tough.
a mishap.
So I personally don't have a story about that, but I had a guy I worked with. He got stuck on watch, and he kept calling for relief and calling for relief, and he's like, "I need somebody out here now." He was freaking out. It was.
I
and I'm
feel
like,
the desperation. I feel the need.
Yeah, he's like, "Man, it's touching cloth. It's coming. It's coming."
There's a turtle hit a poking.
Let it out, fam.
He ended up shitting himself because nobody got out to relieve him one time. But like,
Mad respect to him
yeah,
because
he's like, I couldn't.
it takes a
I
true
couldn't
man
hold
to
it
do that.
anymore. I had to do it.
Bro.
So poor guy.
It happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if the folks at home understood exactly what you're saying, but
yeah.
basically,
On watch,
in a military environment, you are where you're at because you're supposed to be there, and
Poke the bear.
sometimes getting somebody to come and take your
Shall
take
not
your
abandon
place.
my watch unless properly relieved.
So, all right.
Number 5.
So, have I ever gone a day without wearing underwear? Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I'm sure. I mean, sometimes I lay in my bed with no underwear on.
So
that's a totally different
I'm
story.
gonna say
that me and my wife.
I know that my story was kind of weird, but sometimes I have some kind of pants that are better, like shorts. I have some shorts that are better without underwear.
Silk.
I'm just gonna say that.
Okay, so Ricky V does a lot of whole free balling.
Silk.
I do sometimes, yeah.
So, all right. So, I don't have a particular story about myself free balling it. That's we're gonna call it free balling it because that's what it is.
Free
balling. I don't know what. I don't look. The ladies.
Little Tom Petty over here. And I'm free. Free
Yeah.
boy.
I don't have my karaoke voice in tune. I don't know what the ladies call it. I'm sure it's a wonderfully funny name, just like free balling.
Free clam.
But I do have a story about going under pantsless. So when I was a kid growing up,
Free the curtains.
We spent a lot of time over at some of my aunt and uncle's houses, right? And on this one particular day, I don't know, I was probably, somewhere around 10, 12 years old.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That was long ago.
Whoa! Shots fired.
Hold on, where's which button is that?
Where's my button?
No way, girl.
Come on, girl.
All right, so
you know it.
So anyway, so I was a youngster, but anyway, so my relatives they're all a bunch of crazy folks. What up?
Who's yours?
So
I think that was a shout out to his brother, our biggest fan.
Yeah,
well, he's
he's a Hoosier.
He's pretty mild compared to some of the other ones. But so anyway, so my dad, so we're over at my cousin's house, and my dad's standing there. One of my cousins comes up behind my dad and thought it'd be funny to pants my dad.
Oh,
Right.
not good old Clifton. No.
No, so my dad, right? Hold on, he wants me to. Yeah, I can't find it. But
No,
anyway,
that's fine.
so my dad, unfazed, he didn't care, because like we talked about with the affirmations, right?
Just hang out with your wang out.
Be you, be
Be
weird,
wild.
be silly, be wild. Don't ever give a shit about when old man's like, okay, whatever, you fucking pants me. But the old man wasn't wearing any underpants on that day. So a lot of folks, and probably some folks that maybe weren't ready to see the old man's genitalia. Luckily, I don't know where I was exactly at, but I know that I was not in a position to be scarred for life to see the old man.
That's awesome.
So the old man.
Just a swinging.
So the old man was not wearing underpants on that day. He got pantsed, and everybody saw his wang. And it's just a funny story that a lot of folks tell to this day. And again, to me, it's just like my old man was just like unfazed. He's like, yeah, I'm not embarrassed. I see
Yeah,
it,
why would you be?
He's like, yeah, you all might be embarrassed about it,
Yeah.
And
Well, y'all pants me. Y'all wanted to see it,
Right.
so what?
but he is probably wearing like some of those elastic things. I don't know. This was like,
I'm not gay for being pants. You're gay for looking at me.
Right? There you go. There you go.
so that's
Sorry
That's
for the
my-
insensitive comment.
that's my
come on.
underpants story.
Got it. I like how you tied that in there.
Yeah, that's a good
Question,
one.
Yeah.
And then the story, and then boom, dad.
I was looking for some stuff, question
like it.
wise, because I love. I mean, that's your thing, right? Is you always come with some questions, and I love that aspect of it.
It opens up
Yeah.
stories and
that was like one of the first things that I saw, and I was like, it must be meant to be. And let me just go on a tangent real quick, because this is kind of my homage to my old man. I know he's never going to see it, and but some folks will, and maybe they'll appreciate it. And others will see it and they won't appreciate it or whatever. Whatever.
fuck y'all.
But my old man was quite unique, and as I was making the trip back home, there were a lot of things that took me to him and had me thinking about him. So one, we talked about before, my old man grew up in Louisville. Oh yeah, we're gonna do one last pour.
Louisville?
Louisville.
Okay.
So that's not the normal trip that I would take if I was driving back home from Indiana down to Florida. So we drove through Louisville.
As they say in Puerto Rico, Louisville.
Louisville.
Rickyville.
The old man was a big
That's
Harley.
not the route you usually take, but
Right, it's not
if you're
the
an
usual
alcoholic,
route.
you just stop.
Right. Well, we didn't stop. We didn't stop then.
Oh, okay.
So we drove through Louisville,
Shooting
and I'm like,
shots today.
You don't say the A word.
yeah.
Come on.
So I'm just thinking, this is where Dad grew up. Dad was a big Harley guy. He actually was he was a member of a motorcycle gang. In
Harley
in his young youth.
I was going to say.
We passed by this truck that was hauling 3 Harleys. I kept seeing the signs for the liquor store. We stopped, and I found the bottle that my old man was telling me about in December. And lastly, we drove through Columbia, South Carolina to get home, which is where the old man was born. So to me, it was just like a sign that the old man was saying, hey,
He was guiding you.
I'm guiding you. I'm with you on your trip home. Everything's going to be all right. Everybody's going to be all right. And, yeah. So,
That also means he's all right.
Yeah,
If he has the ability to guide you.
yeah. I mean,
Fine, baby.
despite what your beliefs are and what you think, I mean, it was hard to not think, and you're going to see things, where you want, but I mean, that's a lot of
coincidences.
Yeah,
Too much.
Remind me of
There
that
are no
moment.
coincidences.
So
Exactly.
So, you selfish SOB? Are you gonna?
Yeah, I mean, he passed the bottle over there.
Piece. Pass the bottle.
Yeah, you asked
What
to
do you
pass
mean?
it down, and then you didn't pass it
Y'all
back.
gotta ask for it just like I did.
Oh,
Pass it down.
sir. May I have another?
May I have some
more? May I have some more? I got to say, this is a great.
Bart.
We're
Yeah,
we're gonna go into one final pour, right? Which we're on, and final comments. And I just got to say, I'll start us off. I think this is a great bottle. I don't. So my old man used to be a drinker. In his earlier times, he quit at many years ago. I've only seen my dad drunk on a couple of occasions. His go-to drink used to be Jack Daniels, and I've got a ton of stories. In fact, I will tell one more, even though we need to kind of close this up soon. But he's the one that turned me on to this very Old Barton. And I think this is a great fucking bottle. I mean, really, and especially for $15. Like, come on,
All day.
right? That's where it comes in. That's where I think where the price comes into effect. Is it a good? Does the whiskey taste good? Yeah, it's good. It's better than some of the stuff that you'll taste out there. And I don't know how long they've been producing this bottle. They also
very
make
old.
17. It is very old.
It's they're talking
what
about.
did it say? The distillery was.
I think they're talking
formed
about
in,
somebody.
1889,
89.
something like that.
So- yeah,
So probably since then.
Oh, it's on my sheet here. Yeah, 1889.
Yeah.
I wonder where the Barton came from.
That was the guy.
Barton?
No, Tom Moore.
Yeah,
Moore.
there you go.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Barton.
I don't know
Okay.
where Barton came from.
It's fine.
I did not find, but like I said, there's not a lot
look
of
up for us.
Look,
Yeah, it's
for a
tough that
bottle.
it's-
For a bottle that you can't hardly find any information that you can actually verify.
They don't want you to know about it.
Yeah.
Secret squirrels.
So to me, this is a great bottle. For $15, buy it if you can.
Jesus.
Taking it back.
My turn?
Ricky V.
Like
Final
I said, I
thoughts.
like it. I keep tasting it. Like the notes I get from it. And for the price, unbeatable.
That's great.
Thanks, Dad.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to say it's a hidden gem. And I'm still going back to what you said that you read that the 90 was the worst of the bottles. Like,
Then
if
I
this
wanna
is
see
their
the
wor- if this is their worst, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like this
Right.
is pretty tasty.
I can't imagine
Yeah.
what's better.
I want to try the best.
Yeah.
I like it better than 1792.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't like
Wow.
1792.
I don't like 1792.
I'm going to
that
be
much.
honest. I don't like
Wow.
Yeah,
1792.
I like this better
Well,
than
you have your-
1792.
You have your reasons.
No, it's just not for me.
Okay.
I
I get it.
I think this is better than 1792.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it a
There
lot.
you go, folks. I mean, 1792 is not an expensive pour either.
No, yeah, I mean it's middle of the road. You're paying what,
30
$30, $40 for it. Yeah.
All right, so I got one more story about my old man before we go, just to give y'all
Send it.
an idea of the kind of person that he was. So 5 years ago, my dad had developed cancer. They took his kidney, they took his bladder, which led to a whole lot of other problems. The cancer metastasized, and I was told this story. Actually, I think I heard it maybe a day or two before his funeral, but definitely at his funeral, the pastor of his church, which he was very fond of, told this story about my old man. And let me again go back to the fact my old man was a wild son of a gun back in his day. Right? He didn't take no guff. He didn't give a shit.
Harley Gang, baby.
Harley Gang, yeah. I mean, if if you were stepping to him, he was stepping to you, and he didn't care how big you were. But anyway, point being, he was out with his church, and he at this point in time, because his body had just freaking failed him so bad, he's got one of those walkers with wheels on it. So it wasn't like one of those things where you're like, "Hey kids, come over here." it was more of a thing like a little scooter, like, "Hey kids, get over here."
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. So he was with his church folks, his family, church family, which he loved, a great deal. And there was some commotion that was going on. Somebody was, I'm assuming talking shit to them. And my dad just comes out, from the back of the pack in his little, what he used to call apparently his Cadillac. Okay. So he wheels on up and he's just giving them, you get out of here. This is, you sons of, and he's ready to take these cats on, at 69. My old man died at 69 years old, which is very young, but, again, he had some illnesses and stuff and some cancers that attacked him. But, 69 years old, almost as frail as some like an 80-year-old, and he's ready to roll. He's ready to throw down with some people because
the fighting spirit,
because they were, basically, they were attacking his family, and that's just the kind of guy he was, in his Cadillac, he's ready to throw down. So that's my old man. And, I'm going to miss him. I miss the phone calls and, that's it, man. It's, miss the old man. And, I
regret not meeting him. Damn.
Yeah. I wish you could have met the guy.
Well,
But hey, we get to hear all these awesome stories today. So
there's a lot more stories to come.
It's fun to reminisce. You get to bring back all these old memories and emotions about it.
He was one of a kind, and during the whole process, and listening to folks talk about him afterwards, it just reminded me of how much he was loved by folks and how much he just wanted people to be happy. I mean, I say he was a fighter, but he just wanted people to be happy. If you were in his circle and people were disrespecting you,
he got your back,
man. He got your back.
Your
son.
six.
He don't even give a shit. Like 6'7",
family.
Damn, he was tall.
No, he wasn't. I'm saying, homie.
Jesus,
what happened?
Yeah. No.
Where did you
Don't get it twisted.
Mailman.
The old man was about my size, 5'7", 5'8". But if you came at him 6'7", hey,
still
he'll find the equalizer. But he would stand up for his family and friends, and that's just who my old man was. So, yeah.
Hooah, Dad.
Well, thanks for sharing all these great stories with us today, Lee.
I'm gonna let who wants to sign us off? Ricky V. You Wells. So hey, listen. Keep watching. Let us know. I mean, provide some comments. Provide some feedback. What do you like? What do you don't like?
Yeah,
if you don't, anything else you guys want to see?
I know who you are. You 30-something subscribers. When we're famous, you ain't getting no shout-outs.
32.
I know who you are.
32.
Kidding, guys. Come on.
And just let us know what you want to see. If you want to see us do something else, with the whiskey. If you want to see us, drink some whiskey and have some barbecue with it, whatever. I mean, we're open to suggestion.
Look,
anything you guys want.
What's the site? I mean, so we're streaming on YouTube. Most folks, we got a lot of
Podbean, Facebook,
YouTube.
Instagram. We do some TikToks every once in a while.
Most folks are watching us or checking us out on Facebook.
The Facebook is probably our
group,
most successful.
right?
Yeah,
the Anorax show on Facebook.
Yep.
Hey, subscribe or not subscribe, but join. We'll let you in. But just let us know some feedback. I want to give a shout out to my homeboy from one of my boats long past. For those that don't know, I used to be a submarine sailor.
Oh no!
Auga! Auga!
Okay.
Shout out,
simmer down over there.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Sean Ambergy. Check him out. He makes some wicked cool bourbon barrel whiskey containers.
Oh, like decanters or what?
No, like what I got.
Like a shelf?
Yeah.
He made your barrel?
Whiskey barrel. Well, he didn't make mine, but he does the same process.
thing?
So
Alright.
shout out to my homeboy, Sean Ambergy, who's also been spreading the word about this podcast. We appreciate folks like you. Just let us know where we're at. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you'd like to see. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. We're going to do us, but if we can improve and still
if we can do you, we will too.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I've
just said that.
I'd do you. Would you do? Would you do? Me?
I'll do the
No, I'm just
doo-doo.
kidding. Doo-doo. Anyway,
You ready?
That's enough
We're gonna-
rambling.
we're gonna sign
I think
this
we
thing
should
out?
probably just sign out because this thing's gone on
All
long
right,
enough.
let's toast it out, boys. Some ships are wooden ships, but those ships may sink. The best ships are friendships, and of those ships we drink. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Love you, Dad.